Alright, Virgo, or my Virgo cross watcher. I went ahead and wrote some things down that I was getting for you guys. And I don't really know if it's you or not, though. That's the interesting thing. I can't tell. Sometimes it feels like it's you, and then sometimes it feels like maybe this is occurring and going on with someone that you're connected to. So I guess take it as it resonates. I'm having some allergy issues today. My ears are a little stopped up, so if I sound a little weird or I'm sniffling or sneezing, sneezing, watery eyes, dry eyes, something to do with eye drops, or maybe you just see something now. I think that's what it is, because what I wrote down was someone kind of owes you an apology here. Someone owes you an apology, or they owe someone that you are connected to, somebody owes that person an apology. Like, someone here is and has, I feel like it's currently going on, maybe it's been going on, been taken for granted, been taken advantage of, been neglected in some way. Now, sometimes you can't help when you neglect things. Like, okay, if you have a person here like that wants someone to give them more in a relationship, let's say you've got some people who are dating here, I'm stuttering, or talking to each other. You may have somebody who's getting upset and in their feelings, and they think that they need an apology from someone who's not focused on the relationship as much. They're more so focused on something going on with one of their children. That's different. You can't be upset with somebody for that. Your children should come before your person. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're just dating each other, or not even that. So that's different. But I think that this is somebody who's done an individual wrong. In this case, I think it's probably someone who's done you wrong, knew something wrong was happening and did nothing about it, or was the one doing it themselves, like just kind of I hear something about below the belt, doing things below the belt, or the intentions here were not and have not been, are not the purest. And in that case, I feel like you've gotten to a point, whoever here has gotten to a point where they see it now, they feel it, it's clear as day, and it's like, okay, so if this is how it's really going to be, I see it for what it is, there's nothing I can do about it. Lesson learned. And yeah, I don't know, I don't even know if you're going to get an apology or if you're going to get some sort of accountability from someone here. I don't feel like you are, and I would question, I mean, maybe it's just me being cynical, but I don't know, I would question their authenticity when it comes to, do they really mean it? If they say anything, or no, I didn't really, do they mean that? Because I think deep down here, someone has slighted you. I think you've been slighted. Or someone here has been aware that you've been slighted and they've done nothing about it. They've let it happen. So, yeah. It feels silent. I feel like this is someone that you're taking time away from. You're probably like, I'm not doing anything. There's nothing for me to do. I'm not going to even worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is, basically. This is a complete surrender to, it is what it is. I can't change what's happening, what's happened, what someone's done. They've done it. They're doing it. What do you want me to do? You want me to worry about it? But what I can do is learn the lesson. So, lesson learned. I feel like this isn't someone in the middle of learning a lesson. I feel like you've already learned it. Like, doesn't take you long. And you're probably not going to make this mistake again. And the mistake would be trusting or believing, which sucks, you know? It really sucks here, but I think a lot of people are going through this. I don't think you're the only ones, my love. A lot of people are getting it, where it's like new starts for everybody, fresh starts for everybody, rebirths for everybody. Everybody here is seeing something. And the ones who are really going to grow from what they're seeing are ones who are like, all right, well, now that I see, I can blame the people who, even if people are to blame for it, or a person is to blame, you know, but it's like, either way, that's not going to do me any good. I'm just going to take accountability on the fact that now I see it, and I can consciously move forward, and let's hope not make this same decision again. Just don't be hard on yourself. I mean, really, don't be too hard on yourself. And if this isn't you and you're like, I'm not going through this, somebody that you love or that you're connected to is going through this, whether you know it or not. They're going through a really hard time. It seemed to have kind of come out of nowhere, although it wasn't though. No, it wasn't. It was below the surface. Like, this is just coming out now, but it's been things that have been hidden from this person. If not, and this is you, this is things that have been hidden from you. They've been there for a while, but you know, it's been like this for a while. It's been this way for a while. Someone's really been feeling this way for a while, but it's just, you're just now seeing it, or your person is just now seeing it. It could even be that you and another are seeing the truth about other people. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily each other, but you got a bunch going on, all these revelations, and this person's got a bunch going on. And it's almost like overnight, too. It feels like. And why I trust somebody's sincerity, if you even do get an apology or any type of accountability taken here on the behalf of, you know, what someone's just done against you or how they've been with you or allowed to happen and did nothing to stand up for you and have your back. I feel that I don't think they're entirely sincere. I believe you're probably very successful, and you probably are gaining even more success because you are not blaming anyone here, even if, again, blame is to be had. I just don't see you doing that. I see you being very mature about everything, and you're still focused in your own lane, no matter what's being thrown at you. And I feel like it's a lot, baby. It's a lot. And you're just kind of like not sulking on it. I mean, it's just like, fuck. You know? But you're not letting it get you down. You're not letting it control you. You're just kind of like... I also think that you're in an energy of forgiveness. Like, you could respect somebody if they would just come forward and tell the truth. If they would just do the honorable thing and admit or own up, fess up to something. And that's it. Just, you know. I feel like that's how loving you are. You would forgive. If they just said, hey, I fucked up, you know, you'd be like, okay, well, we could work with that. I fuck up too. We're all fuck ups at different points in our life, but because somebody hasn't done that, but you know, I feel like you know something too, like, you know. Call it your intuition, call it that you're psychic, call it whatever, you know something. You know, you figured it out. You figured out exactly what they've done, or you figured out that they're lying, or that you know who it is. Like, let's say somebody's been doing something behind the scenes, you know who it is. Vice versa, somebody here done figured it out. They know exactly who it is, who's behind it, even though they're trying to act like it's not them. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine, I'll just wait here. You know, it's kind of like when you're a parent and like, you know your kid did something, like, you know they've been doing something, you know they've been keeping something from you, and you just want them to tell you. So you just don't say anything because you're just waiting on them to do it. But when they don't, the longer they don't, the more you're just like, well, okay, that's disappointing. But yeah. So again, I don't know, like, feels like you got a lot going for you. You got a lot going on. Like, you're growing in some aspect of your life, whether it's through your knowledge or like your career. Like, something is growing here. And I'm trying not to be cynical here, but I just hope that someone, if they do try to admit here or apologize or take accountability, I don't know, I don't feel like they will, but if they do, I feel like I would just question if it's for the right reasons. Are they doing it because, you know, there's some sort of success that you're accumulating or that you have for yourself that they're wanting in on? They're wanting in on it, or that you help. Like, let's say you pay the bills for somebody, or you do this or that, you know what I'm saying? Because they would ask you. This isn't somebody, this would not be a situation where you voluntarily do something. This would be like you've been asked to be of service or help in some way, or, you know what I mean? And yet, love even, and yet you are being met with this type shit. And it's like, do you feel like you're not appreciated? Is that what it is? Or you might feel like that. Someone here is someone. Reverse it if you need to, but somebody here is feeling, or somebody on your mind, they're feeling unappreciated, or just like, damn, what did anything I've ever been or done, or does that mean nothing? Am I just like not even here? You know? if that's how you're going to treat me, or if that's how you're going to be, or something like that. Now, in some situations, I'm just going to throw this out there. Some of you could have had somebody in the past, if this is romantic, who, sorry, I'm seeing a phone call, who, I'm telling you, they did some dirty shit. They've been involved in some really dirty shit against you. They have, I'm telling you right now. And, they may be like changing their tune now or wanting to, but this, I don't think that it's because they care. I think it's because they don't want you to sue them, or they don't want you to, you know what I mean? They don't want you to like take legal action or something. This could be anyone. I mean, somebody could have done something really egregious against you. Could be currently doing something really egregious against you, or just knowing that it's happening and participating to a degree and saying nothing. Could be because they feel some sort of lack in their own lives, like maybe their job isn't going as well or something, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, I want to see you lose. You know, I do feel like you got a little snake in the grass here who maybe even pretended to be your friend, who pretended to be close with you or something. It's not for everybody, but could have even been past tense. But only just to like use it against you in the end. You know what I mean? Because maybe because you stopped being friends with them, or you stopped, if it was a lover, because you stopped, or maybe you turned someone down or rejected someone's advance. And you know, now that's not for everybody, but for those of you that that applies for, you know, somebody did something behind the scenes, been doing it, still currently doing it, and you know exactly who it is, and they're wondering if you know that it's them, and then they're thinking, or maybe they know, and they're thinking, maybe I should do something, maybe I should apologize, or should I just keep on? And it's like, well, whatever you do, I learned my lesson. Which says a lot about you. You've learned your lesson, and I love your energy. You're not pointing fingers, although there's a lot of fingers that could be pointed, huh? Some of y'all have some real crooked ass family members too that you just, you know, I think they've taken you for granted. I think they've taken you for granted. They've taken for granted the times that you've been there. You know, maybe you feel like someone else can just come in and they get all this, but it's like, what the hell? Like, there's tension here. There's tension, just like in my nose. In my nose and my brain right now, there's like pressure and tension. But one person's growing from the experiences while they weren't preferred, growing from them, seeing what's going on here and learning. And then the others are kind of like, well, maybe now I should, you know. And it's like, why? I mean, I hope this isn't like somebody who knows when, like, they've been busted for something and then now they want to change their tune. You know, like, are they sorry that they got caught or figured out? Or are they sorry because they're actually sorry because they've learned a lesson? You know what I mean? Someone here don't even realize all the shit you got going on in your whole life. They have no clue. They have no clue the things that you have to deal with. I mean, maybe they do, but do they really? You know? Now, some of you even, maybe there's a person who's gotten mad at you for not spending so much time on them. Maybe they're only seeing that you've been unfair to them, but they don't realize everything you've got going on. That you can only give what you can give, and at the end of the day, when you're done dealing with everything you're dealing with, you're drained. Maybe you've got trouble at home, trouble with a kid, trouble with several children, trouble with career, trouble with something. Somebody's been in trouble, lots of trouble, and just trying to kind of redirect their life, or, you know, get themselves together. We've all been there too. And someone may be like, well, you're not really showing up for the relationship, or I feel like you're not as present as I am. And it's like, well, I can't be because I'm in a different place in my life than you are right now. You have more freedom right now. You're in a different place than I'm at. So, I mean, you can see it as like, there could be someone here who thinks that they need an apology, or who thinks that something isn't fair, but it's not necessarily true. It's that they also need to consider what someone else is going through. You know what I mean? That's it too. Somebody may not, they never considered what you would go through. They never considered how it would feel if somebody did this to them. They don't consider it. They don't consider you. They've been inconsiderate. You know? And then for others of you, outright, I'm telling you, somebody just hasn't cared. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care how something affected you or is affecting you. You know, some of you could have just been like a pretty face or, you know, a wish list piece of ass that they never got. You know what I mean? And this could be from somebody from the past, you know, or an ex that wants you back or something like that, but you wouldn't. Maybe you like, or maybe it wasn't an ex. Did you ever like date anyone for a little bit or go on a date and then you never talked to them again? Or not a date, but you like hung out with somebody and you never talked to them again? Because I feel like they got real ass hurt about that. They got real ass hurt about that. Like, yeah. But I mean, you've had other things to do, or maybe it was just a no for you and you didn't want to string them along or lead them on. You know what I mean? Like you saw that. I don't know. But somebody here, I don't know, they could have been like out to get you for that. I do sense somebody here that's been out to get you for that, because I'm getting different stories. Somebody who is out to get you, they've been out to get you, and then they've been hiding behind the scenes thinking you wouldn't know it's them, but you know it's them, and they know that you know it's them now, or they sense it. They're worried, but are they going to do something, or are they just going to continue on hoping that you don't pursue it, because you probably could legally, even for some, or something like that. You know what I mean? And then others of you, it's somebody who you see on a daily basis. You're probably around them often, and they've taken you for granted. But make sure it's not the case here where someone thinks someone's been taken for granted. Like, oh, you don't. But it's like the other person's going through more. You know what I mean? They're going through more. They can't even. It couldn't be even if they wanted it to be, because they got too much other shit on their plate. You know, it could be that. Or you, same. You know. Whew, where are we at? Oh, we're good on time. So yeah, that's the message today. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.